a very, very exciting product that's long overdue is the new redesign of the Master Series Garland Cuisine unit. So Garland's been around, we know, 40s, 50 years, I mean longer, and they've always had a brand in the industry that's always been best of class. So with the support of Wellbuilt and the team at Garland, they decided to say, hey, how can we make our heavy duty line better? As we know, you go to a fine dining restaurant, the walls are coming down in kitchens. The cooking, watching your food being cooked is part of the entertainment. It's now part of the decoration in the front of the house. There's no longer front of the house and back of the house, it's a restaurant. So what we decided to do was come up with a aesthetically European looked heavy duty cooking lineup, but still with the Garland brand. So working from top to bottom, yes, you can get your normal high risers, single high shelf, double high shelf. That's always been there. But we came with the newest, sleeker, rear flue cover just to induce more air to help it vent better and operate better. But the biggest change, and the change that everyone's wanted, is I want better, more cooking capability. I want better to be able to transfer my pans from one to another. So as we come down, we notice that we have new heavy-duty top grates. No longer do we have the rings and the top grates. We have the heavy-duty top grates. And these are so engineered that they actually have a little thermal break here. And that's there for a reason. Because through all of our R&D testing, we realized that the top of the front rail would get a little bit hot because the cast iron top grate would press against it. So by putting that thermal break in there, we broke that heat barrier. And now this stays cool to the touch. So I love this line. Taking this apart, we have used and will always use our Starfire burner. People say, well, what's the difference between a Starfire burner and a round burner? Number one thing, when you're cooking, you want to make sure that as many of these ports with a flame under them are underneath your cooking vessel. So I'm going to take your standard maybe 9-inch pan here, and if I put this right here, every flame on that burner is underneath that cooking vessel. And when you think about it, when you're cooking, sauteing, boiling water, where are you doing it? You're doing it in the bottom of the pan. If this was a round burner, that heat would be going up to the side. So we don't have anything in between the burner and the pot to take away from those BTUs. Excellent burner, has been using it years at Garland, and we're going to continue using it. We take it, what also makes it so energy efficient is the top grate marries directly into, maybe I'll show it this way, the burner. So when you put a pot on top of your top grate, it's not pushing the heat down into the top of the unit. It's staying underneath your cooking vessel. And that's where you want. You don't want your BTUs going up through the chimneys. You don't want them going out the sides of the pan. You want them on the bottom of the pot. So this isn't just an off-the-shelf burner. I mean, Garland's been using Star burners for years, but if we're able to get in here close, you can see on our Venturi, it's not an off-the-shelf Venturi. This is actually a ramped Venturi that when the air comes, when the gas comes out of the gas jet, it actually circulates, causes a velocity that every port's the same size. You may have been able to see chefs and they'll be sauteing and one side of the oil is hotter than the other. That's because this is just half open section. We actually engineered it to be ramped to cause a velocity for even cooking. Can't say enough about this. One of the big things that we always get complaints about is, I hate my pilots clog, I never get ignition. So we looked at that as an opportunity. And Garland, again, has taken it a step higher. We now have these little chambers in here that covers your pilot burner 110%. I mean, not 100%, 110%. So when I have this burner on here, no matter, let me put this back on. No matter, there's my pilot, you don't even see it. If it got covered in grease, if it got covered in water, it will never extinguish, never clog the burner. So again, that was the #1 complaint we heard from consultants and users, is that my burners are constantly clogging. So much effort and money was put into the open burners, I can't say enough of it. Going down a little bit further, if I take this out, 90% of your spills in a kitchen will go down your main burner. But you do still get about 10% on that back wall. We've all seen kitchens where there's grease and dirt on the back wall. Garland went a little bit further and they say, you know what? Let's bring the grease trays all the way to the back. So our grease trays go to the back of the range. I'm trying to take apart this range piece by piece so you can see the inside of it. So we have no clogged burners. We have a ramped Venturi on a great energy efficient star burner, and we have stainless steel grease pans all the way. One thing that came up to us was when we spoke about grease pans, they said, why do we need this big 36-inch grease pan if I have a spill on the left-hand side? So now, instead of one 36-inch grease pan, you'll get 3 12-inch grease pans. You're covering your employee's insurance. What would you rather him walk across the kitchen with? A pan like this to dump it, or a big 36-inch pan? Again, you only find this at Garland. Aesthetically, going down a little bit further, great European design. This heavy-duty round belly bar is standard. The substantialness of this is European style. Picture your customers looking in and seeing this in your kitchen. We made it aesthetically pleasing. Went to a cast knob. Easy to read from across the room. You can tell this is off, this is on. The chef's leaving at the end of the night. He's across the room. He can look over and go, hey, that left burner's on. So, brand new heavy-duty cast knobs. You got your 6 burners. This pear-shaped or diamond-shaped one is super important because that actually shuts off your gas to this section of the range. Now, people say, why is that important? Friday night, you're busy. A lot of people coming in. You're getting a lot of tops. Next thing you know, your oven needs a thermostat. Anything can happen. Somebody hits it, somebody breaks it. Service agent can come in, turn this off, and repair that without turning off all the gas on the line. So this actually is a nice feature. If anything goes wrong here, it can be repaired without shutting down your kitchen. Also, the reason that thermostats have tendency to burn out is that everybody turns them on and turns them off with this. Here you can leave that on 400 and you can just do it on and off with your oven valve. We mirrored the new door handle to match the belly bar. So again, European design. We chamfered the corners to give it a sleek European look when 2 ranges are put together. Porcelain interiors, or we have the option of stainless steel. We can do a stainless steel interior. Now you look at it and you can say, wait, that's not stainless steel, that's porcelain on the bottom. There's a reason for porcelain on the bottom is we like to put bends in our doors and our oven bottoms because that actually takes your product, if you do put your product on the bottom of the oven, it raises it about 1/6 of an inch. So this way, you don't get overheating, you don't get flash, you don't get burning of any grease. So we can easily transition a pan if we were from, this way. Oh, I got it tied there, they didn't, but I can transition my pan evenly into the bottom of the oven. One of the newest features, and with all the Garland, with our heavy duty, the pan can go either way. It can go left to right or right to left. So we also order convection oven base, and this is on a 36-inch footprint. The new Garland Cuisine unit will now be a 36-inch footprint. That gives us more versatility. BTUs. I don't know if I mentioned, we're 35,000 BTUs now. If that's standard in the industry, it's high end. If you want to go higher, we can go to 40,000 BTUs. So if you say you'd like more BTUs, we can do a 4-burner, 40,000 BTUs per burner. Rule of thumb is 35 is more than enough, because when you think about it, most people turn them on high and then they keep them on medium. At a medium, you're going to be only doing about 20,000 BTUs. So we're now 35,000 BTUs versus the old 24,000. You have an option for 40,000 on a 4-burner. Great belly bar, aesthetically well built. Still, I know I don't want to go out of the camera shot, but you can stand on the door. We've always been able to do it. That's what we grew our name on, is that we can stand on the door. We don't recommend it. It's not a ladder, but you know your employees are going to do it when you're not there. They're going to stand on the door to go get the hood. One of the newest products, since we're doing a range redesign, is a true plancha. Garland is now offering you a true plancha range. It has approximately a 2-inch grease trough, so it's a floating range. It's a floating plancha around the side with the heat management on the left side. Cook 2 30,000 BTU burners, more than enough power you're going to need for BTUs, but 2 30,000 BTU burners. Cook in the middle, push off to the side, scrape the grease down, and here's your grease trough. Easy, easy grease management. I can't talk enough about having a plancha in line. So many people, you know, if you look up the definition, plancha is just a Spanish word for cooking on steel. We have it, love it. You're going to be so super pleased when you get it. I guess the more important thing is, what else is coming? You talk about these products. This is going to be released shortly. That's why we're showing it now. That's why we're really talking about it. But there's other things we're going to be releasing. Start looking for Garland pasta cookers. Start looking for Garland, we have a fryer here. Start looking for Garland built-in fryer systems with filters and filtration. And this is your standard fryer, but we're going to have built-in fryer filtration systems. There's a lot coming down the pike. So when you partner with Garland, it's more than just your average partnership. You're getting quality and a warranty. We support it with a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Again, pretty standard in the industry, but you're buying a self-confidence when you're buying. You're saying, I'm confident in this product because they are confident. If we were to go to a convection oven base, what sets us apart from any convection oven base is, with our fan inside a fan, we actually pull air from the front and it cools the motor inside the convection oven base. And because of that, we're the only manufacturers that can put this on a curved base. It does not have to sit on legs. It does not sit on casters. If you want your kitchen to have a curved base so it's easy to clean, we're the only manufacturer out there that can put a convection oven base on a curb mount. With that said, I'm just going to quickly see if anyone has any questions because we're winding down. The BTUs, maybe you didn't hear me, the BTUs are on a 36-inch unit is 30,000. We have 2 H-style cast iron. We love cast iron at Garland because cast iron is a heat sink. I spoke about that heat sink in the broiler. Well, cast iron on a burner, any type, is a heat sink. It lasts longer. It's more doable and durable. Is rear gas connection, rear gas standard on all Garland product? It is. It's at an option. You can price it accordingly in the book. And if I place an order today, when can I get it? Approximately 60 days. And will we be filling in any gaps? These are coming in. I'm like reading them really quick. We will be filling in handicaps. As we build the product line, the more that people are requesting product, the more we're going to incorporate it.